I'm back. I just called my friend DJ. Listen, I just called DJ. I'm going by DJ's house. And I wanted to, I came back on because I wanted y'all to see my old neighborhood. My old neighborhood is like the next neighborhood next to DJ, where DJ lives. I wanted you guys to, I hadn't been back to the neighborhood after the flood. So I want you guys to experience me going back. I was there after the flood, but I haven't been back in over a year. I hadn't been back in that neighborhood in probably like almost a year and a half, I think. But I wanted y'all to, I was gonna drive by. I don't care about people seeing the house. What the hell are you gonna do? But I wanted to all of y'all to be there because I want to know that they leased the house back out. That people rebuild, because the neighborhood was, the houses were white. The houses were all flooded. In my part of the neighborhood, all of those houses were flooded. And when I tell you that it had to probably be about 200 houses, probably like between 150 and 200 houses got flooded out in the neighborhood. At least that amount. I could be off, but I want y'all to see. I'm gonna be there in about 15 minutes. This is me driving to the north side of Houston, baby. It is a beautiful day. There's no traffic now. The neighborhood, I loved my neighborhood. It was very quiet. Now, the raccoons and other wildlife, you know, you may encounter was problematic at times. But my neighbors were nice. It was one of those neighborhoods that people, you know, got out and they met their neighbors, and the neighbor, I don't know if the people across the street, our neighbors across the street house burned down. So I want to see if they rebuilt this house. The house was on the news. The house caught on fire when the flood hit. The last big flood we had, their house caught on fire and was on the news. And I looked at that house and I told my old roommate, I said, dude, that was the neighbors across the street house that was on the news burning down. When it flooded, the house started burning when they were in there. Now keep in mind, your house is burning down and you still have to go out in water that you could possibly drown in. So I'm gonna be there in about 10 more minutes. I told y'all Houston is spread out. Probably 15 minutes, depending on how fast I drive. I don't miss this drive. This is off of 45 in Houston. And the traffic in the morning, if you leave 20 minutes late, you could be in traffic that will make you be like an hour behind. So we're gonna be there. And this is what I say, you know, people don't know what you have. And you could say, you know, for example, he stay in a trap apartment, and this is what Tremut said. And I'm like, you don't know where I live, first off. And did I ever brag about my neighborhood being some high-end neighborhood that I'm in now? I don't think it is. It's not. It's middle of the road to me. But I'm buying a house in a year. What idiot would pay $1,500 a month, even if I can afford that? Yes, I can afford to pay $1,500 a month for an apartment, but I don't want to. So it's a means, to an end. I want to accomplish something. My old apartments, they had a lake. The apartments me and my roommate, after we moved out of the house, we moved into an apartment, beautiful apartment. It had all the bells and whistles. Don't you get over on me. It had all the bells and whistles. We had a dog park at my apartments. We had a lake. We had a lake there. People would fish in, but of course you couldn't keep the fish, which defeats the purpose of even fishing. But, you could walk. There were trails around the lake. Beautiful. But again, that apartment was a 2-bedroom apartment, and we were paying right at $1,500 for the 2-bedroom apartment in Houston. But my roommate decided that he wanted to be grand and go downtown Houston and pay $1,500 for a 1-bedroom apartment, which he was only there for a limited time because it was very expensive, and that was a lot, and he was going from job to job. So, but you live and you learn. But I was one of those people that told him, dude, do you want to pay that amount for an apartment in Houston just because you're downtown and it's a matchbox? You're paying $1,500 for 610 square feet. Okay. So y'all, I told y'all the drive it's Houston, it's spread out. I would drive this drive. Keep in mind where I started at. This is how I would drive to work every morning. So Tracy couldn't have lived out here and drove to work, because baby, by the time she got out the neighborhood, she would have to be pulling over, putting water in her radiator. Motor just burnt up after working 1 week. Oh God. Okay. So my gentleman caller wants to meet up at 2 o'clock, and it's 1 something. No, I'll meet you at 3 o'clock. That's when the bad connection came, because he sent me a text message. He wants to eat. Watch some Netflix. But that's going to be the extent of it. Okay. Almost there, y'all. But I think my family wants to get together, but I'm a little hesitant. Listen, I can visit my friends, and I told y'all before, I was sick in the beginning part of the year, and I think that's when they when I went and got tested, I have the antibodies. And I think that I was sick with COVID way back in like February. I think it was February or January, I forgot. But I'm not afraid to be around people, but I'm not being around a large group of people anymore. I did go to a party before. I wasn't sick or anything after that, so. Okay, y'all. Oh my God, I'm passing Greens Point Mall. We call it Guns Point Mall because the mall, I don't even know if they even have shops in there hardly anymore. They have like You know, they can hold out. The shops they usually keep to the end are like Macy's or J.C. Penney. Then they have a lot of like foreign types of suit places. This is Greenspoint. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all Greenspoint Mall. This is the Greenspoint. It's and this is where Amy used to stay off of Kirkendall. And I used to live off of Kirkendall in an apartment. Ooh, this drive. We're going to my old neighborhood. My old neighborhood. I want to see how, because, you know, I'm on the north side. And I'm bringing this guy his backpack that he left, my car. And I'm going by my old neighborhood to see how the neighborhood has come up since the flood. I haven't been back in over a year and a half, maybe 2. I want to see if they've, you know, are some of the people back in the neighborhood, because it was like The Walking Dead when I went over there last time. Everyone had moved, you know, they weren't there because the houses had been flooded. You saw nothing but heaps of furniture. Like each street had those little cubes for moving, or they had trash dumpsters. It was like a bomb went off in the neighborhood. So I'm going to, okay. It is out. My old apartments were over there. I used to live over there. You see those woods? That's where I lived before. That's where me and the ex used to live. Well, no. Me and the ex lived on Southwest. I was roommating over there. I have to remember. Okay. I'm on 45. Yeah, I'm on 45 North. Look, and there's the sign. But I'm going to my old neighborhood. So I want you guys to see with me how the neighborhood is, what has happened since the flood. If they built anything up. Someone has their boat. Someone's going out on the lake today. Oh, look at the sheriff. Sheriff, and I was speeding. You come mess with me, I'm gonna say I have COVID. I'm gonna be coughing. You pull me out, baby, I'm gonna straight up. As soon as you pull me, I'm gonna start coughing. Don't play with me. I like that boat. This is the crease. This is where I would buy some of my plants for the house, at that place. A nursery, and it's open. Baby, this was out in the boom. Well, not really too well. It was, yeah. I don't ever want to live this far out from like the heart of the city. I'm gonna pass by my, now these apartments, I'm gonna pass by the apartments that I used to live in. So yeah, I'm doxing myself. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Go to hell. Uh, okay. I like Texas Roadhouse. We used to go there and eat all the time. The PetSmart was right down the street from me. I love the convenience of everything being near. Hey, nursey nurse. Okay, so come on, let me make this light. And these are, I'm gonna drive by my old apartments also. These were the apartments that I lived in after the house flooded. And they're right down the street. Hey, they didn't flood that time, and we stayed there. They didn't flood, but I didn't want to stay on this side of town when the lease was up. We wanted to move somewhere quicker that was near. So this is my old apartment, okay? Okay. Okay. And then you gonna just run through here with this red Kia. Planet Fitness. We had a lot of little places over here that were, I used to walk the dog out here. The dogs. My old apartments. They're very quiet. So now I hadn't been over here, yeah, in like 3 years, 4 years. Okay, and after this, I'm gonna go to the house. Okay. Now, to the right, these apartments, these are my old apartments that have the lake in the back. I would, beautiful, ooh, somebody just went in the gate. I just want to, my old apartment. I'm just driving through. It's weird coming over here. My apartment is right up there, y'all. This is where I used to. That was my apartment up there where that fireplace was. That's where I lived there, and I would take the dogs out. I used to park right over there. Okay. Somebody's backing up. So I gotta, and we stayed, you can see the lake from our, from the parking lot. I wanted to be able to see the lake. Somebody's jogging right now at the little lake we have. Is it dried up? Okay. So this is the lake that we had here. Not really a big lake. It's like a large pond. You see lots of, yeah. There go our cascading waterfall. Girl. Okay. So we lived here for 2 years. They used to pick our trash up at the door, but the damn raccoons would come and tear up the trash if it was dark. If they picked it up after dark, the raccoons would tear the trash up. Now, of course, we at the dog park here, but very quiet. They did a lot of things with the neighbors. Uh, the leasing office would always have something. So I'm going to the house now. The apartment was literally like 10 minutes away from where the house was. Like I said, we wanted to move somewhere that was close. I don't like coming out with the cars. We just speed around this curve. Okay. So let me take y'all to the neighborhood that I lived in. And you know, I don't have to. It's the thing that, you know, people on YouTube, they make up these whole existences that they don't have. And you're like, you're lying about who you are. Who cares? I've lived in expensive apartments. I've lived in apartment. My apartment now is like middle of the road. It's an apartment you move into just to save money. Let me say that. But it's, you know, we have apartments in that area that I would never have moved into. Remember I told y'all about the white guy that I dated? Well, these were his apartment. No, this is not his apartments. I'm sorry. Let me show y'all his apartments. I thought those were his apartments. No. His apartments were down here. Sorry. It's been so long since I've been over here. The white guy I told you named Jeff that I used to date, that moved to Alaska with his job and wanted me to move with him. It wasn't these apartments. He would have died living over there, but he would have killed himself because he thought he wanted to be around. Those were his apartments that he lived in. Not too far from me. But why does this girl have? Okay. What are you doing, sir? Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now you know you're too old to be driving. You're 80 years old to try to drive a Corvette. Stop playing. Okay. So let me take y'all to the other neighborhood that I lived in, which is, like I'm telling you guys, it was like 8 minutes, 10 minutes away. Teresa, you notice I haven't had to pull over and put some water in my radiator, girl. Gert. Oh my God. Okay. Now my friend DJ stays on this street over here. This is how close he stayed near me. So his street was here. The house that we lived in was like 2 lights down. It's a beautiful day today. And you know, going into the night, you have to be careful because they would have like the sheriff department. They would be parked. If you come into that neighborhood going like 40 miles per hour, baby, they would get you quick. Okay, is this the street? I was trying to remember something else. Okay. We're coming up to my neighborhood now. So DJ was like 3 lights down from where I lived. 3. We're passing up this one as well. Okay. Now, this is the turn to go into my neighborhood. The beauty supply closed, so that's one business that didn't come back. The little smoke shop survived, surprisingly. Okay. The light is green. So okay, this is my neighborhood that I lived in. Ponderosa Forest is the name of the subdivision. And let me start going slow. They will get you if you don't. That was the community center over there. Maybe you notice the speed limit 20 miles per hour. They didn't play. You can see deer sometimes. I told you I saw like skunks and raccoons. So skunks, raccoons, coyotes. I even saw a tree or two, but we usually shot at them and they took off. Let's see. So of course there were no buses coming into this neighborhood. Baby, if you didn't have a car, if your car gave you some problems and you had to walk up to that main street, okay. Oh my God. Did I forget which street to turn on? Okay. I turn on the next street. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah, it's been so long and I didn't come. There was so many little side streets that I would. This one. That was wrong again. Yeah, this is a long street. So, good God. So a lot of the houses, people are still living here. Okay, this is my turn right here. Oh my God, is this? No, this isn't. Damn it. Because some things look differently now. Okay, let me. Okay, that was my turn. Oh my God, these people didn't move back. These houses were flooded out and they have not came back into the neighborhood. That house is still, no one's living there. These houses all had people living in them before. Okay. So a lot of these people, some people did move back. Some people didn't move back. This house right here was flooded out. Older people, I felt bad. Just they lost everything. This house is still vacant. This house was flooded out. No one has been back there. This was my street right here. Guys, this was my street. Remember I told y'all the house that burned down across. Oh my God. The house is totally gone. This is where the house was, y'all. That house was right there that burnt down. This is the house that we used to live in. Someone's there doing construction. I'm gonna, God. And it's funny because the house didn't have windows in the front. The house next door is still vacant. So this was the house that we lived in. Let me see. Oh my God, y'all. There, if you look at the picture that I posted on my community page, there was a house next door that's no longer here. Every house on this street is gone. This is the house that we lived in, is the only house on the block that's here. That house is where we lived. It's still standing, but there's no house here. There was a huge 2-story house. All of these houses are gone. Oh my God. Every one of the houses that was on, there were houses there. There was a house here. There was a huge 2-story house. Everything has grown up. There were 3 houses on this street that are not here anymore. There was a house right here that's no longer here. That house is vacant still. That gate is still kind of, look at that house right there. There's no one living there. The gate is still like falling down. This house, they rebuilt this house. And someone will move here and this house was flooded. Well, look at that house. Beautiful house. No, they didn't rebuild it. But it's vacant. And I'm gonna show you. They tried to get us to move in this house. And the house was just. They tried to get us to move into this house. And I was like, no, yeah, it was that house. And I was like, the realtor was like, I found a house for you guys. And I was like, all those houses flooded in that area. Oh, did they? Yeah, they did. You trying to get us to move? What the hell? Yeah, these houses, I mean, the houses are beautiful over here. But it just flooded really bad. Look, for lease. This house is for lease. Some of these houses, people didn't come back. No, I'm going to BJ's and I need to get out. That's a big, the 3-car garage. A lot of these houses, just didn't, the flood. The houses look, some of them still look good, but no one's living in them. Hey, Darren J. So, oh, I'm stopping, y'all. Look, I'm talking and I'm stopping at the speed limit sign and not the stop sign. Okay. But and I say this to say that you don't know where people have lived, and people can choose. People may have the money to stay in places that they just don't want to stay in. And it's quiet. The neighborhood is quiet. They don't play. If you have a barbecue pit in your front yard, you are going to get a note. Baby, they're on it like that. I'm going to have to charge my phone at DJ's because my phone is low right now. Damn it, and I left my charger. DJ has some chargers there, but so I'm coming out. You see how long it takes to come out of the neighborhood? Just the people from the fire department. The fire department had to come and get us out the house because of the flood. They had to get like this big amphibious type of vehicle, um, and that was the fire department right down the street. Um, so guys, that was it. I'm going to end this live because I need to call DJ and let him know that I'm in the area. Well, before my phone dies, I need to call him. So hold on. Let me put my phone here. Not be holding because they will write you a ticket quick over here. Thank you guys for coming through again. I'm gonna get here so I can my phone for a few minutes, take this guy his backpack, and head back on my side of town after I eat and watch a movie or something. Hey, Lynn, that's why I don't be wanting to drive. And keep in mind, my sister stays like on the north side, but in Spring. This is considered Spring. Where I'm at is Spring. So it's very it's not a drive that you just gonna drive just to be like, hey, I'm gonna pop up. No. So I'm gonna call DJ now because again, he's only a few lights down, and when it flooded, he moved to a new place in the same apartment complex. But I need to get the gate code. But y'all, I will be on later. Thank you for riding with me. Um, I need to get some boxes from the store also to send them pots back. But peace, y'all. I'm out.